Hello YouTubers, back again for another video. This video is going to be a short video on a review of my head torches. I've had this head torch, which is the Fenix HL30 for around about 9 months now, and I've recently just purchased about a month ago the Fenix HL50. So basically I'm going to do a short review, a little comparison, the reasons for why I've bought both head torches, and pros and cons. So yeah, stay tuned guys, hope it helps you out and hope you enjoy it. Hello guys, back again. Just a little comparison of the two torches next to each other so you can see what the size. If I put my hand next to them, you'll be able to see roughly how big they are. Yeah, so I'm going to do a little comparison and a quick review, and then I'll do some pros and cons of each one and why I bought it. So we'll start with the Fenix HL30. Fenix are renowned for good head torches anyway. That's the reason I bought these in the first place. This one retails between £35 to £40, which is roughly, I think it's about $59 to $60. Basically, it has a head strap that goes over the head, over the top, and what I'll do is I'll put it on in a minute and I'll show you. I'll come to that in a minute. It has on-off switch, which is there, and it has a mode switch, which is there. It's adjustable up and down. Basically it's held on by two little clips there. The batteries are two AA's, which go into the back of this unit. It can be quite tough to get these off. I'll try and get these off in a minute, but you can sometimes struggle. The easiest way is to actually take the unit apart, take these off like so, put that down there, and then these can actually just pop out. If I just, there we go, as you can see, two AA's in the back there. I use rechargeable AA's, find it easier. These are 1.2 volt, so yep, that should just pop straight back on, just like that, and that's that basically. It's a waterproof construction. It's quite lightweight. The weight of this is the 86 grams without the batteries, and with the batteries I've weighed it in, and the strap, it weighs 150 grams, which ain't too bad. It's not too bad. It has a red LED, which is on the top there, which is nice for night vision if you want to obviously see in the dark and keep your night vision. Then that's good for just like looking at bits and pieces. It has 4 light modes. So basically, to turn this unit on, you'd push this button here. That turns the unit on. Then to cycle through the modes, you basically push this button. It goes 4 settings: low, medium, high, and then that's ultra. Now I do believe ultra has a timer on it. They've set this up for a reason. I think this is because it can overheat, and also prolongs the battery life, I believe. But if you've got rechargeables, it doesn't really matter. So after 5 minutes, I think this unit would actually go from ultra, which is that setting, back down to medium. Sorry, that is ultra, and then it goes back down to medium, which was the setting just before that. It can be a bit annoying if you want to have it on a high setting, but I mean, it's all to do with saving the battery, I believe. The output is 200 lumens. That's on the highest setting, and I believe this will run at 140 hours on the lowest setting, which is about 4 lumens. It's quite a wide focus on it. I'm going to go do a comparison on a wall at 5 meters just to sort of show you the difference between both units. It recommends you use a 1.5 AA battery. It does recommend you do not use anything above that. The unit itself is 70mm in length, 55mm in width, and 37mm in height. Like I said before, it weighs 86 grams without the batteries and without the strap. It's digitally regulated, like I said, so it switches itself down to a lower setting if you have it on ultra. It's got a reverse polarity protection on this unit, so if you put the batteries in the wrong way, basically it'll recognise you've done that, and it won't switch itself on and blow itself up. The actual unit itself is made from plastic polymer, so I mean it's okay, plastic, but I prefer metal, to be honest with you. The bulb inside this unit is a Cree XPG R5 LED, which is quite a white light. It's quite nice compared to this one. This has got more of a yellowish tinge to it. It's not quite as white and not quite as crisp. Right, this also has a strobe mode, which I haven't shown you. So if I switch the unit on, basically you hold this button down for a few seconds, and that puts it on SOS / strobe mode. And also, if I switch the unit on again, as you see before, the red light come on. If you hold this down, it puts it into red light mode as well. That's only for a few seconds, and you can switch that off again by pushing that button. So yeah, like I said, quite easy to use, quite user friendly, quite nice. So we'll go to the other unit now, and this just clips back onto there. I'm not going to bother clipping it back on, and I'll show you what these look like in a moment. So this unit itself is the Fenix HL50. This unit sells for around £44 up to £50, and I believe that's something like $74 or $75 up to $80. This is really lightweight, this unit, and this is quite new. I bought this, I don't think this has been out too long, this unit. I've only just had this for about a month. I've used it a few times while camping, and the reason I bought this was the main reason I bought this was lightness. It's very light, and fiddling about with the battery, which was really annoying at night. There's nothing worse than trying to change a battery and you've got no light and you can't find what. This is so easy. You just take the cap off, replace the battery. This is a lot more fiddling. This unit is a lot more fiddling about. You have to unstrap it, try and fiddle about, pull this off. This can be quite tough at night. Then you've got to try and get the batteries in the right way. With this, you can do everything by feel. You just unscrew the cap, you feel the end in the dark, that end goes down, cap back on, and that's it. Easy as that. That's another reason I bought it. Right, so this unit also waterproof like the other unit. So this unit is supposed to be waterproof up to 2 meters. I do believe the other unit was the same, similar, 2 meters as well. So what's good about this unit as well, wasn't the selling point to me personally, but some people might like this, is if you actually take the battery compartment off, and you can unscrew, it's quite tight, you unscrew this compartment here, this all comes with the unit, and this is an extender tube basically, because this torch can run on 2 types of battery. It can run on AA, or it can run on a CR123 battery, which is a smaller unit. So what it does, it actually reduces the size of the unit and the weight. And I do believe that running the CR123 is a lot better in output quality and in time. You get a lot more time on the battery. More expensive battery, that's one thing you've got to consider. I think the batteries are about £5 each, so that's one thing, whereas the AA's, they're very cheap, especially if you get rechargeables. It doesn't recommend rechargeable CR123 batteries, but it does recommend rechargeable double A's, as long as they're not over 3 volts. I think they believe as long as it's 1.2, which is, this is what these are, 1.2. So yeah, as you can see, the unit's greatly reduced now in size. This is how it comes. So the extended tube is in with the pack, and it's easy to do. I prefer to use normal batteries. This just goes in like that and it screws on, and you want to screw it as tight as you can to get a good connection, and that's as tight as that goes. Battery in and away you go. That has to be quite tight as well to make a good connection. And that should be on. Right, what else have we got in this unit? The unit itself has a burst mode, which if you hold the button down, that's burst mode, it switched itself off. That'll put it on its highest output, which is 285 lumens, but burst mode you can't keep on. It's literally, burst mode is what it says on the tin. You hold it down, burst mode, and it's off. 3 settings on this one, unlike the other unit. The other unit had 4 settings. This has 150 lumens as the maximum, so if I switch it on, that's on the lowest setting now, medium, and then high. This unit has a bit more of a yellow tinge to the light. It's not quite as white and crisp as the other unit. The mid setting is 55 lumens and the low setting is 3 lumens. Oh, and I forgot to mention also the time. So the high setting, this unit will run on 3 hours. This will be off of a CR123 battery. Sorry, my mistake. Maximum of 150 lumens will run 2 hours on a AA battery. Mid will be 55 lumens for 6 hours, and low is 3 lumens for 110 hours. This is all on the AA. But when you come to using a CR123 battery, then it starts to extend the lumens and it starts to extend the battery life. So we're talking, for the CR123, the maximum output will then go to 170 lumens for 3 hours. The mid setting will be 60 lumens for 9 hours and 45 minutes, and the low setting is 4 lumens at 150 hours. So there's quite a difference there in using different batteries. So like I said, you take your choice what battery you want to use. The weight of this unit is 57 grams without the battery and without the strap itself. I've weighed this with the battery and the strap and it's 100 grams. So all in all, this was 150 with the strap, and this is 100 with the strap and the battery. So 50 grams in difference. Obviously this has 2 more batteries. This has 2 batteries, this only has 1 battery. And I would imagine you can have this even lighter if you use a CR123. I weighed this with a normal AA battery rechargeable, so it probably even lighter than that. I would imagine it's under 100 grams. What else have we got on this? Right, this is constructed of aluminum or aluminium. So the body itself is aluminium, and it's also a stainless steel plate, I believe. The length of this unit is 6.4 centimeters, and the diameter of the unit is 3.2 centimeters. This unit has a Cree XM-L2 T6 LED. So I don't know anything about LEDs. If you know what you're talking about with LEDs and that makes any sense to you or helps you out in any way, but like I said before, the difference that I can see in the LEDs is obviously the brightness and the colour. This is more yellow tinge, not as crisp. This one's really crisp, really white, really nice colour. This does not have a SOS mode on it, or strobe mode. It's waterproof, as I mentioned before. Yeah, and it's quite a nice unit really. So what I'll do is I'll come back to you. I'm going to take a few snaps of the units on, and then what I'll do as well as I'll do a comparison on the wall It'll be at 5 meters. It'll just be on a white wall to show you the difference in colour and output. What I'll do is I'll put brand new or rechargeable batteries that have been fully charged, so it's a fair test, and then I'll come back to you guys. Okay, this is what the head torches look like on. This is the Fenix HL50. Basically goes on like that, so it's quite a comfortable fit. You can adjust the band on the side just around there, and you can move the unit up and down as you wish. If I just turn it on light mode, you can see up and down to where you want to work. And yeah, you can't really feel it, to be honest with you. It's quite a nice head torch. Then we've got the Fenix HL30, which is also comfortable. And that goes on basically like that. And just turn that onto the lowest setting. And that's got the there we go, red light. That's got the settings also, you can adjust that down. That's the lowest setting it'll go, and then it goes up to there like that. So yeah, that's what it looks like. You can also wear these with a hat. I'll put a hat on. You can wear these over your hat as well. Obviously the effectiveness when you're angling this down is going to be obstructed by this cap, but just to prove a point that you can wear them with a cap if you want to. So yep, we're going to do the test on the wall now to see what they look like, the brightness and the colour, and then we'll get back to the review. Cheers guys. It's going to be the comparison test on the wall now. I'm just going to put some freshly charged batteries, rechargeable batteries, into both units, so it's a fair test. They're all the same make of battery. They've all been fully charged, so I'll come back to you once I've changed the batteries, and then we'll do the test. Okay, I'm just going to test these two lights now at 5 meters, just on a white wall. So on the left there'll be the HL30, and on the right will be the HL50. So turn the light out. These are on the lowest settings. This is at 5 meters. That's the HL30, and it's the lowest setting is the HL50. And if we just turn the settings up, that's the next setting up, and that's the next setting up for that. That's the highest setting now on this one, the HL50. So that's as bright as it gets, unless you hold the button to go burst mode, which is that. And then this has another setting, and that's the highest setting. So if I just turn one off now, I'll turn off the HL50 so you can see the colour difference. So as you can see, it's more of a white, nice colour to that one, and it's quite a spread as well. It covers quite a lot of that wall, as you can see. If I turn this one off now, and that's the highest setting. That's more of a yellow setting. Still quite a spread on it, but not as much. It focuses more in the centre. So yeah, that's that. And also it has the red light mode, which, as you can see, doesn't have that feature on the HL50. It only has that feature on the HL30. So just so you can see what that looks like. So yeah, hope that helps guys. Right, so now you've seen the difference in both lights on the wall and also what they look like on. I'm going to go through the pros and cons now, and what made me buy the units really. We'll start with the Fenix HL30. This was the first headlamp I bought, which is still really good, and I'll probably take this with me if I was to go for wild camping for more than 3 to 4 days, because it's going to last longer, the battery's going to last longer. This unit, if I'm going for just an overnighter, I'd probably take this. It's lighter, battery's not going to last as long, but it's more comfortable as well. So the pros I'd say for the Fenix HL30 would be it is very light. It's very good quality light. It's very white, as you see from the video I just showed you. It's very bright as well, intense light. It's got SOS mode, which could be a helpful feature if you're out and about and you get lost. It's got also a red light, which I don't personally use myself, but some people do use that and they find that useful. It's got more of a support strap system on this one, which I don't personally prefer. Again, it's like personal preference. I mean, as you can see, it goes over the top of the head as well as round the head, whereas this one just goes round the head. So I suppose that's a pro in most people's eyes. The longer battery life, obviously on this unit, is a longer battery life, and it's actually cheaper, believe it or not, than this unit. And I don't know whether that's because this unit's old, it's been out a little while and this unit's just come out. That might change. This price might go down with this one. Like I said, this one's about £35, $59. This unit itself is about £44, $74. So that may come down in price in time, but we'll just have to see. The cons of this unit: it gets very uncomfortable, and this is one of the reasons that I bought this unit over this one. If you wear this for a long time, it can get uncomfortable and can feel heavy. That's probably because of the batteries. I know it's only 50 grams heavier than this unit, but I'll find it more uncomfortable. And also I would say it's hard to change the batteries on this one, because you've got to strip it all down, and it can be a bit fiddly at night, and it's obviously a bit harder to change than this one. This unit, I would say the pros on this one would be it's very lightweight, it's more comfortable, like I said before, for prolonged periods. It's multi-use, which I didn't mention earlier, which I can show you now. So basically you can pull this unit off and you basically just unstrap it from there, and you've got yourself a little torch that you can use in the field, and then it simply just straps back on, pushes back onto that unit there, and it's all back ready to go. So that's the other good thing. This also, like I said, I didn't mention earlier, you can move this about as you want. Same with that one, you can move this up and down as you want to where you want to look at. It's more robust, this unit, I'd say, because it's made of aluminium, so that's obviously a pro in my eyes. It's going to last longer, it's not going to rust. That's not going to rust either, but because it's aluminium, it's not going to rust. And also another feature, which, like I said, not a buying point for me but most people, is it's multi-battery use. So you can use more than one type of battery in there, which may be useful to some people. The cons, I'd say it's the light quality is not as good on this unit as that unit. Like I said before, it's more of a yellow tinge, not as crisp and not as bright. The battery life is obviously not going to last as long on this unit, so that's something you want to take into consideration if you're looking at these two units. It doesn't have an SOS mode on this, which may be a problem for some people. No red light, obviously, so that's another thing that someone, and it's more expensive. So if you haven't got the money for this unit, then this may be the only option for some people. But like I said, taking into consideration the pros and cons that I've just said, I personally like both units. More than happy with both of them, and as I said before, I'd probably use this unit for one night camps, maybe two, and if I was going for longer, I'd definitely take this unit. It's just going to last a lot longer, a lot better. So yeah, hope you like the video, guys. Hope this helps people out when you're looking at buying these units, and don't forget to rate and subscribe. I'll catch you later.